One thing is abundantly clear. The majority has not learned the lessons of last month's election. The American people couldn't have been more clear. They're tired of the wasteful spending. They're tired of big government. They're tired of sweetheart deals for special interests. And they're tired of business as usual in Washington. And they certainly are tired of massive bills, just like this one, put together behind closed doors and rammed through the Congress at the last minute so that no one has the opportunity to read them and no one really knows what kind of waste is in them. Let me be clear about one thing. If the majority leader insists on proceeding to this monstrosity, the American people will know what's in it. I'll be joined by many of my colleagues on this side of the aisle to ensure that every single word of this bill is read aloud here on the Senate floor. I encourage my friends on the other side of the aisle to rethink their strategy. Let's move forward with a clean, continuing resolution, keep the government in operation for 45 days, let the new Congress that reflects the will of the American people address these issues in the long term. Let's not go out the door, this Congress with a whole bunch of 6,800 and some earmarked projects that the rest of us have not read. So I encourage my friends on the other side of the aisle to rethink their strategy. Let's move forward with a short-term continuing resolution, 45 days. Senator Gregg has an amendment pending to do that. The majority may be able to strong-arm enough members into voting for this omnibus, but they won't win in the end. The American people will remember, and I predict we'll see a repeat of last November 2nd in the very near future. So, Mr. President, here we are on December the 14th, after last year being in session on Christmas Eve. Apparently, we may be in session again on Christmas Eve. And I might point out, not having been in session a single Friday the entire year, not being in session a single Friday the entire year, and yet just this afternoon, the majority leader said, well, we can be here on Christmas and New Year's, and that we could be in session until January the 4th, before the new Congress is sworn in. Well, obviously, the majority leader and the majority can do that. But I don't think the American people think very much of what we're doing here.
I pledge
to be a servant to our president
and all mankind, because together we can, together we are, and together we will be the change that we seek.